talk about a simple circuit. Say suppose it is having two cells.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning. Two cells in a circuit with their internal resistances to be R1 and R2, and this is let's say this is epsilon 1 and epsilon 2. Determine the current through the circuit. So it is again an easier thing to do. You have to just apply the equation. First, we'll look at the direction of the current. Okay, just decide the direction of the current. Say suppose I'm taking the direction of the current to be anti-clockwise. In that case, let's start from this potential here. What will be the equation? Can you tell me? Will it be minus epsilon minus I times R2 minus I times R1 plus epsilon 1 equals 0? Everyone can agree with me on this part? And after that, what you can see is, if you have to find out what is current, basically, you can see here that current can be taken common. So I can take minus epsilon minus I. Of course, this is epsilon 2 here. So I will write epsilon 2 minus I. If I take common, I will get R2 plus R1. Yes or no? I took minus also common. Plus epsilon 1 equals 0. And so I will be equal to what? Can you tell me? I will be equal to epsilon 2 minus epsilon 1 upon R2 plus R1. Or am I wrong? Yeah, sorry. Epsilon 1 minus epsilon 2. Epsilon 1 minus epsilon 2. Of course, because minus I, this entire term I have taken it that side, and then remains epsilon 1 minus epsilon 2 upon R1 plus R2. This is your equation for current in a circuit with two basic batteries with their internal resistances. Okay, let's ramp it up. Let's ramp this up. Let's go one step further. Let's say I have a resistor over here. So in that case, let's say this is a load resistor. So in that case, determine the current through the circuit. Resistance R. So can you tell me what is going to be my equation again? It is again going to be the same thing, nothing much. Just start anti-clockwise. With epsilon 2, it will be minus epsilon 2 minus I times R2. Okay, minus I times R. Then I hope you all are understanding this and my voice is audible. There's no one who's responding. You all can tell me the equation also, no problem. Minus I times R1. And then it's going to be plus epsilon 1 equals 0. Similar fashion, we'll take I common, minus epsilon 2 minus I times R2 plus capital R. This capital R can be any load resistance, by the way, and plus R1, okay, plus epsilon 1 equals 0. So what will be I over here? I will be equal to, of course, epsilon 1 minus epsilon 2 upon the entire resistance, R2 plus R1 plus capital R, or I can write R1 plus R2 plus capital R. Okay. Now let's try to find out. Those were two simple sums. Let's go to the next sum. Let's say this is 30 volts. This is the internal resistance of the battery. This is another battery with an internal resistance. Let's say this is around 6 volts. And the internal resistance of this is 3, and internal resistance of the upper one is 6 ohms. And in this case, if I want to find out, okay, the potential between these 2 points, A and B, when a 5 ohm resistor is connected across it. Okay, what will be my potential between the points A and between the points B? Can you at least tell me how will I be approaching? How can I approach this sum? Okay, in terms of combination of cells only now. I hope you all can see a combination here. What type of configuration can you see here? What type of configuration
Sir,
can you see?
parallel.
You can see parallel
Parallel.
combination. Of course, you
Sir,
can
we
see
can
that.
use the expression which
Yes,
we
we
had
can.
derived.
Yes, exactly. And you'll see how easy it becomes to make this an equivalent circuit. So if we have to do that, if we do that epsilon equivalent in terms of parallel was what? Epsilon 1 upon R1, you remember? Plus epsilon 2 upon R2 till Rn upon 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 and so on. Yes or no? I think the board is not visible. You can see here epsilon equivalent equal to in terms of parallel combination. This was
Yes,
the
sir.
yeah. So find out what is it going to be. Chalo. It will be what? Epsilon is what? 30 upon 6 plus it's going to be 6 upon 3 upon 1 upon 6 plus 1 upon 3. What is going to be answer? Take your LCMs. Can you all tell me? All of y'all? What is my epsilon equivalent going to be? You all can solve the sum here. Okay, I'll just solve it up top. We'll take 6 as the LCM. You'll get 30 plus what? 3, 10, 60 upon what? You can again take LCM 6.
Sir, 14 volts.
14 volts.
And so you will get around 14 volts as you said. Yes, correct. So if I have got an epsilon equivalent to be 14 volts, can you also find out the equivalent resistance in this parallel configuration? What is it? If epsilon equivalent is 14 volts. What is R equivalent? 1 upon R1, you don't need to apply that formula. R1, R2 upon R1 plus R2. 6 into 3 upon 6. How much? It's going to be 2 ohms. It's going to be 2 ohms. So can I replace this entire parallel combination? Can I just replace this entire thing with an equivalent battery and an equivalent circuit here? Yes or no? So now,
Yes, sir.
can you find out the potential now? Can you find out the potential? To find out the potential, first what you have to do? You have to find out the current. Yes or no? To find out the current when this is 14 volts and this was 2 ohms. What is going to be my current? I is equal to V by R. V is what? I is equal to V by R. So V is 14. Total resistance is 2 plus 5.
7 amperes.
Going to be 2 amps. Going to be 2
amperes.
Yes or no? No. You all have not counted this resistance here. 5 ohms.
Yes, sir.
That is the mistake. So you can add that. It becomes 7 ohms total. So V by R 14 by 7, 2 amperes. Okay. So now if we got 2 amperes, if I have to find out the potential across that parallel combination, forget this. It was a parallel combination here, isn't it? It was a parallel combination, something like this. But you remember in parallel combination, I told you what is going to be the same. The potential is going to be the same. Potential. You can see that this resistance also is parallel to these two things. It's both, all of them are parallel. 1, 2, and 3. All 3 resistances are basically parallel. Yes or no? If you don't agree with me, the current which is passing here has to be distributed in 2 different currents. Okay. So these 3 are different. These 3 are going to be 3 different currents. So if there are 3 different currents, means there are 3 different parallel combinations. So in that case, if I find out the potential across 5 ohms, can I say it is going to be the potential, same potential across this and same potential across this? Yes or no? It is going to be the same potential. In parallel combination, I told you that if the resistances are in parallel like this, in this order, what is going to be same? Potential is going to be same across each resistor. Okay. And current is going to be different. So find out the potential across this 5 ohms. If current is 2 amperes, what is V? V is equal to I times R. So I is what? 2 amperes. Resistor is what? 5. So how much is the potential? 10 volts. Everyone got the answer? Everyone got the answer or everyone got confused? Got the answer? Can I rub the board? Okay. Sometimes I see the chat. Today no chats, no one is chatting. Okay. Find out the potential difference if there are three batteries like this with three internal resistances. Can you find out? Let's say this is 30, this is 6 volts, and this is 4 volts. And the resistors are going to be 6, 3, and 2 again. 6, 3 ohms, and 2 ohms. 6 ohms, 3 ohms, and 2 ohms. Find out the potential difference across each cell. What will be my approach here? Can I apply that equation again? Parallel combination equation?
Yes, sir.
If I apply directly, what will happen? What is epsilon 1? 30 by 6
30 by
plus
6 plus 6
6
by
by
3
3
plus 4 by 2.
4 by 2 upon 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3, or 1 upon R equivalent, you can say 1 upon 6 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 2. Please solve this. What will you get? Take 6 as the LCM. What will you get? Is epsilon equivalent equal to 9 volts? Did you get this answer?
Yes, sir.
Did you get this answer? Yeah. So when I found out,
Yes, sir.
I had asked you to find out the potential difference across A and B. So if I already found out what equivalent is, what is E equivalent? E equivalent is the potential only, no? Yes or no? E equivalent is the potential only. So if my potential is 9 volts, I can say that all the potential across each and every one of this cell is going to be what? 9 volts.
9 volts.
Across each and every branch, sorry. Across each and every branch is going to be 9 volts. It's that easy. Okay. Let's go to one important topic. And this topic is called you can also call this topic CDR, current division rule. So anyone has an idea of what current division rule is? Anyone? What is current division rule, and what is the different approach here, which is not normally applied? Okay. So look here. In a parallel configuration, say suppose, if you pay attention here, it's going to be very easy for you. Okay, it's called current division rule. Okay, see, look. If there are two resistors in parallel like this, and I will say that this is R1 and this is R2, and this entire circuit is connected to a battery. So the current will be flowing here is total I, yes or no? I current. But when the current comes to this branch, it is going to get distributed as I1 and I2 because it's a parallel combination. But suppose I tell you to find out specifically what is the current in R1 branch. In this parallel combination, that is R1. I want to find out the current through R1. That means I want you to find out the magnitude of the current. I want you to find out the magnitude of current through this resistor. You will always see circuits in which they will ask you, find out the current through this resistor, find out the current through that resistor. And that is not if you don't have much practice of it, it gives a very horrible feeling. So this is a trick, basically, a small trick. So if my current I is passing through a parallel combination, and it is distributed in I1 and I2, and you ask me the magnitude of this current I1, always remember that I1 will be equal to the total current I, or the incoming current to this parallel branch, into the opposite resistance to which I have been asked to find out current in. If I have been asked to find out current in R1, I will write here I into R2 upon the total resistance R1 plus R2. Any doubt so far? Any doubt so far? So my I1, please write this in your books. I1 will be total current I into the opposite resistor which I have been asked to find out the current. Suppose I have asked to find out the current in R1, I have to write I1 in which I1 is passing. If the current passing through the resistor is I1, and if I want to find out I1, I can say I1 is basically equal to total current I into the opposite current R2 upon total resistance R1 plus R2. So can you tell me similar way, what will be I2 equal to? Can you tell me? I2 will be equal to what? Tell me. Can I say it is again incoming current I into opposite resistor? What is opposite to R2? R1. So I will write R1 upon R1 plus R2. Are these two things clear? Everyone, please respond. Are these two things clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.